Alright, so welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. So it's field study day 1. So I have to take the train. We're going to go to Legram, which is Laura's hometown, which is kind of interesting. But let's see if anybody's in a weird spot before we actually head on out. Let's go to the park and see what Fee is up to, and then we'll go check on Elisa. She's playing with Celine. What are you doing, Fee? Where are the others, Fee? Getting stuff ready before we leave. I'm ready, so I'm playing with Celine. Good girl. I guess they get along since Fee's kind of cat-like herself. Meow. She's a kitty. I want to pet her too. If we missed the train because of this, let's make our way to the station once we're all ready. Cute. Let's go talk to Elisa at the shop here. We should probably actually buy some more reviving items too, because we've used a lot of them. Right, the railway guns. Oh, no, we didn't want to talk. No, we wanted to... No, stop talking. Alright, shopping. Okay. Oh, you only sell food and accessories. That is not at all what we want. Well, I guess we can sell our Sepith masses. Is anybody in the... Oh, what's Machias and Crow doing together? Let's see what they're up to. Machias? The station isn't going anywhere, but the train is. I like that. That was good. Oh, I got a scene kind of here. So this will be Crow's first field study with Class 7, huh? That's actually kind of funny. How so? I told you that we were part of the Arcus trials last year, didn't I? A lot of the stuff we did back then actually served as a model for Class 7, so we had our own field studies of sorts. Instructor Sarah was always putting us through one hellish situation or another, but that's how we all got to know each other too. Wow. That explains things. That makes you four our predecessors in a way. Well, it's more than just a coincidence that they put this guy into your class. Be sure to make yourself useful, you hear? For our sakes, at least. We'd hate to see you make a fool of yourself and ruin our sterling reputation. Yeah, I got it. All this pressure you're putting on me is gonna give me wrinkles or something. We better work every bit as hard as he does. Actually, we should work a lot harder than Crow. I don't think anybody else is in a weird spot. Nah, it's fine. We'll meet Sarah later. So let's just head on over to this train station. Buy our tickets. And make our way to Legram. Wait. Yeah. I guess it's Legram, not Legram, but well, whatever. We need to change trains at Bereahard to get to Legram, right? I suppose it'd be better for us to take the Cruisin' Main line than the Transcontinental line then. Right, after reaching Bereahard, we'll need to transfer to a local line, the Ebel branch line. There's only one train every 2 hours, so I'm hoping we can time our arrival to avoid a lengthy wait. It's exactly 7 AM right now. We should arrive in Bereahard somewhere around 10:30 and reach Legram by around noon. We've got work waiting for us on the first day too, so the earlier we can reach Legram, the better. Agreed. And there's always the chance our class problem child will make another scene. Oh, I wasn't expecting to run into you guys here. You all ready to leave too? Nah, we've still got another 20 minutes or so until the next train to Bereahard comes in. We're all going to the Jurai SEZ, right? I've never been, but it sounds kind of fun. It's apparently quite a trip to get there, though. It's on the Empire's northwest coast. You have to cross the entire Lamar province to get there. Well, it's not often you get to go on a nice long trip like this. But worry not, the hours will just fly by as I teach you how to be as cool and popular as I am. Yeah, thanks, but I think I'll just take a nap instead. Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving, platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. We'll see you in 2 days then. See you at Gorelia Fortress. Bye. Have a safe trip. See you later, Elliot. Later, Machias. And Crow, at least make a token attempt to stay out of trouble. No worries if you hear about it. If you hear about it, it means I wasn't on top of my game. One of these days, Reen, you'll thirst for my life of adventure. Right. Alright, good luck, guys. Try not to, drive everyone crazy for the next 2 days. Okie dokie! Why do I find that Why do I not find that in the slightest bit reassuring? You took the words right out of my mouth. May the guidance of the winds and the goddess be with you all. I look forward to seeing you again in 2 days. We still have a short while longer before our train arrives. We ought to purchase our tickets now while we're waiting. Alright, I guess it's time to purchase some tickets. Give you our tickets, lady. Good morning, everyone. Group A is headed to Legram, right? Yes, that's right. We'd like to purchase tickets to Legram via Bereahard. Coming right up. Do you want them right away? Yes. Okay, so that's 6 passengers bound for Legram via Bereahard. We have those tickets for you in just a moment. Oh, you're all heading out? What? Oh, he's the intelligence division guy, isn't he? Isn't that... Huh? What are you doing here, Lecter? You missed me already? Sure did. I'm gonna be back in Crossbell starting the day after tomorrow. Might never have the chance to see you again in this lifetime, so I figured I'd drop by and say hello. Shh, whatever. You're so silly. There's no way you or Gramps could die that easily. That old goat might scare off the Reaper, but I'm pretty weak, you know. Who's he? Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division. We saw him while we were on our field study in Nord. He's the one supposedly responsible for negotiating with the Republic's army to prevent war from breaking out, but... so he's the Iron Blood they call Scarecrow. I have to admit, he doesn't look like someone who specializes in espionage. Well, I'm sure this little drop of sunshine's got suspicious written all over her, but I hope you're getting along. Don't hesitate to give her a good spanking if she causes too much trouble, though. Okay. We'll try our best to be a welcoming class. I'm not gonna cause them any trouble. Unlike you, I'm a little angel. What kind of little angel would casually whip out something like Eric Getlem in public? Do you have any idea how much overtime you put in just covering up for you? You do. Passenger service bound for Heimdall now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board the platform please wait until the trains come to a complete stop. If you'll excuse us, Captain. I'm afraid we need to catch this train. Sure thing. Good luck out there, guys. Oh, and by the way, I'd prefer it if you just referred to me as secretary rather than captain in public. After all, I am a second secretary for the Imperial government. I see. Well then, if you'll excuse us, Mr. Secretary, you'd better bring me back a souvenir from Crossbell. I wonder what business he has in Trista. There'd be no reason for... He wasn't just coming to come and see Millium. He had business here. Guaranteed. I wonder if we'll get a surprise visit from Sarah on our trip. She's done a couple of those before. Or maybe somebody else. Maybe that blue Blanc guy will be on there. Maybe. I don't know. I wonder if that blue Blanc guy is Mr. C. No, probably not. His name doesn't start with the C, but... They seem like an even more interesting bunch than I'd heard. Hope she gets the chance to soak in the good times at school like I did. Well, for two Ironbloods, you two have a pretty cozy thing going. Uh-oh. Looks like a scary lady's got me in her sights. Time to make my exit. Not so fast. Didn't you have something you were supposed to give me? Come on, cough it up. They don't call you the Purple Lightning for nothing. Maybe you should consider giving up this teaching gig and coming to work for us. I'll bet we could offer double what the Academy's paying you, no sweat. Strictly business, huh? Obviously. I'm not getting any younger here. Hand it over. This is the list of every member of the Imperial Liberation Front that we're aware of at present. We've made progress in identifying their top figures, too. I see. I suppose I should thank you. But I won't, because I don't feel like it. Oh, one more thing. Claire had a message she wanted me to pass along. I'm listening. Their primary target is Crossbell City. But there's a chance that something else will be going down within the Empire at the same time. Those were her words. Interesting. So maybe their main goal is the other place, but Crossbell is just a diversion? To keep their attention off of their real goal? Wow, it's like a sea of green out there. Hey, Eustace, why is all the wheat all green? Wheat, barley, and rye are all cultivated in the Cruzan province. Each is grown in its season, which means that what you're seeing right now is the fall wheat crop. Oh look, there's a weird scarecrow. Look at its head, it looks all messy like Lecter's. Well, as long as she's enjoying herself. At times like these, she seems just like any other girl her age. It's still hard to believe she's only 13. That's a year younger than my brother. It really puts things in perspective, doesn't it? Time for some blade? No, I suppose this is as good a time as any to tell you more about where we'll be conducting our next field study. Legram is a small town in the southeast of the Empire situated on the shore of Lake Ebel. My father, Viscount Arseed, governs the town, which itself is part of the Cruzan province. That sounds familiar. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the province Eustace's father oversees? Well, technically, yes. But Legram is known for being a particularly self-reliant region. I doubt that Viscount has much interest in the authority of his liege lord. I suppose I cannot deny it. My father can be a little too free-spirited at times. but I can't help but feel your father's governance has its own issues, especially where taxation is concerned. Huh. It's not as though I'm unaware of that. Sorry, I seem to have touched on a sensitive issue here. No, there's nothing for you to apologize for. Exchanges like these are the daily bread of the nobility. It's true that the 4 great houses do have immense power, but it's still up to the individual feudal lords to govern their respective regions. And as far as taxation goes, each region has its own statutes, which makes the whole situation even more complicated. It is quite convoluted, although the imperial government does seem to be attempting to unify all regions under a single tax system. That's one of the major points of dispute between the two factions. Incidentally, my father's stance on the matter is, hell will freeze over before I consent to it. I do understand the reformist point of view, but each region of the empire has its own traditions and customs. Attempting to normalize all of those under a single system seems a little insensitive. The more you tell me, the more complicated it sounds. Well, it's certainly not an issue with a nice clear-cut solution. This is boring. Don't you have any more cool stories about Legram? I suppose a couple of students batting around ideas about taxation isn't going to really solve anything. But I guess, to me, one of the things Legram is most famous for is the Arseed School. Oh, is that the thing Laura's dad teaches? That's the one. The Arseed School of Swordsmanship is the style passed down by the ancient knights of Erebonia. It's one of the 2 most famous martial styles in the Empire, the other being the Vander School. I've heard there's a training hall where students of the Arseed School come from all over the Empire to train. Indeed, there is. Several students of the school are studying in Legram at the moment. The rest are scattered throughout the Empire. And Laura's father instructs them all? He does. Viscount Arseed is not only the Lord of Legram, he's also the current head of the Arseed School. Oh, doesn't he have some super cool title like the Radiant Blade Master or something? He sounds crazy strong. This may sound unseemingly coming from his daughter, but his strength is, quite frankly, inhuman. I would easily place him among the 3 strongest people in the Empire. He sounds like an incredible guy. I've heard plenty of rumors about his strength myself. From what I understand, he acts as a combat instructor for this nation's armies, both provincial and imperial. Though as a result, I hear he spends a significant amount of his time away from his territory. That is unfortunately the case. We may be visiting my home, but there's no guarantee that my father will even be there. I see. That's a shame. I'd really like to meet him. I bet we will meet her father. Alright, let's talk to Laura. Oh yes, when we reach Legram, I'd like to ask a favor of you all. A favor? I was hoping it would be possible for you to show your respective styles to the Arseed School students. This group has practitioners of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School, court fencing and spearmanship alike. And I have no doubt each would be of interest to the students of the martial arts. Perhaps so. The chance to learn more about other schools might broaden our own horizons too. Are you sure my spearmanship would be of an interest to them though? Both Reen and Eustace at least use swords. Certainly, the Arseed School teaches more than just swordplay. While some use 2-handed swords like myself, others use spears and even bows. Perhaps even Emma's Orbital Staff may be of interest. You think? Hey, what about me? What about me? Lammy's really strong too. True, but it's just raw strength. There's no skill or technique involved. I concur. Watching Aragetlum wouldn't afford the students any chance to learn new techniques of their own. Boo, you meanies. No fair leaving me out. Anyway, do you think that would be a nice gesture? I do think that would be a nice gesture, but that's assuming we get the chance before our field study is over. Of course, I look forward to it if we do. Alright, we'll have to remember to see if we can do that. What about Emma? Lavender. Surely it's just a coincidence. It has to be. What's wrong, Emma? Are you getting motion sickness or something? No, I'm fine. I was just wondering if we might be able to see Lohengrin Castle while we're in Legram. Oh, the castle that came up in Instructor Thomas's lesson the other day? Weather permitting, it can be seen quite clearly. It's surrounded by mist more often than not, but such imagery has its own appeal as well. Oh wow, that actually sounds pretty neat. Yeah, it does. I was just thinking it would be nice if we could apply some of our knowledge we learned in our class to our field study, don't you think? Yeah, that would be. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll take a break here. Next time we'll finish talking into Eustace, Gaius, Millium, play some Blade, and continue on to Legram. So as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.